What is going on YouTube? I'm Genesis, and today's video is going to be a new series that I'm doing, and basically I'm calling it Tandem Builds, and we're going to show you how to build a car. And today we're going to be building the C63 for drifting. I will show you my paint. I will not paint the car, but I will show you the tune and my build. So first we're going into conversions, and there's going to be no engine swap, no drivetrain swap, always rear-wheel drive. The engine's amazing, but we are going to put twin turbos in. Definitely do that. You can put a supercharger in, but I would not recommend it, just because the turbos are so nice. But next we're going to be heading over to the power. So first, race intake, definitely. That's always a must. Race fuel, obviously. You want to do all these little things. You always want to make those always, most of the time, race, depending on how high your horsepower is going to be. So we're going to have a race exhaust, always race exhaust. Definitely do that. But the cams, do never upgrade the cams, because it's not going to give you enough torque. You may see the horsepower go up, but trust me, don't do it. We're going to have a stock engine block. The rest of this stuff, I believe, is stock. I'm doing a recorded narrative, so I have no idea. I just recorded this and now I'm speaking over it, but we're going to do stock twin turbos. So no intercooler, definitely no intercooler. Not on this build. We do not need that much horsepower. I'm rocking like 680, I believe. But always a race flywheel, always. Every car I'll build will have a race flywheel. It's definitely necessary. We're going to do race brakes and race springs, obviously, always a need. Race front anti-roll bars, and race again. Everything's mostly race except for the chassis. You're gonna see this is roll cage. We are keeping it stock. This car does not need it. It's heavy. It doesn't feel good for drifting. It doesn't make it feel right. And a race weight reduction, because it is so heavy. It's about 3,000 pounds. But drivetrain, we are going to do a race clutch. Most of the time I do a race clutch. Transmission, always race, so you can tune all your gears. No driveline. I can't figure out why I didn't put a driveline in. But race diff, you could put a driveline in if you want, by the way, guys. Always no race tires. We're keeping it at stock, which is in this case sports. Keep it on the stock front tire width, just because it feels so much smoother when you're transitioning, especially if you're on a controller. 305s on the rear, that's all you'll ever need. You do not need any more than that, because it is, I don't know, it just feels too grippy. It doesn't feel like drifting at that point. But again, for the rims, I kept the stock rims. I mean, just look at them. They look freaking amazing. They're super sexy. But we'll go through and I'll pick a couple of rims for you guys to look at. Personally, I went through earlier and I checked, so you're gonna see I'm gonna go straight to the ones that I like if I were to put wheels on this car. They're these ones right here, the C103 HREs. They are really nice because this car is kind of like a luxury car, so you kind of want to keep that deep dish going, even though the stock rims don't have that. But yeah, stock size, definitely stock rim size. I don't think you'll need any more than that. You can put a front bumper on this, the nice little splitters up there. I like that, but I don't know, it doesn't look right for a drift car, so we're not going to do that on this build. I would say, now this is tricky, I was deliberating this, remove the wing. You can remove that little duckbill wing, that little lip, but I'm going to keep it on mine, I think. I definitely like it. But and that's pretty much it for the main build. Oh, I need to go back in here. Alright, here's the tune. Now, this is, for a disclaimer, this is a good tire pressure. It depends on the car for the tire pressure and the power. And a little disclaimer is, I don't know completely what I'm talking about. I know about cars, I know about all that, but for this game, it's different. It's not going to be your typical tune. It's not going to be your typical, you know, real-life build. So, give me criticism if you want, but gearing, this is all personal. I've seen people use my gears, they hate them. I've seen people use my gears, they love them. So you can use those or pick your own. But for camber, I definitely like that camber. I normally do more, but for this car, you really don't need it. Caster, I always keep it on the high side. The anti-roll bars, these are pretty normal. I sometimes go lower, especially on my race builds. I don't know, the lower you go, the more grip you typically get, and this car feels amazing. Ride height is slammed. Now this is something I always almost do, and the springs are, well, right around the middle. I like that, but definitely, I don't know, this right here, the rebound and the bump stiffness, they're good on this car as it is. Now, not all cars are going to be this way. This car is just what I've been building recently. It's what I like. Now, brake pressure, this is definitely where you need to pay attention. I keep mine at 80% because when I follow and I tap the brakes, I really do not want to stop too much to where I'll fall too far behind the guy leading when we're tandeming. You can go down to 70 or go up to 80 or 90. It's really up to you. For the diff, I don't normally do 100, but on this car, for some reason, I think I like 100. I normally do like a 95 to 90 ratio. But again, you can make tweaks. This is just my opinion. This is the car that you saw drift in the video that I made earlier, so you know that it's consistent and it's good. So that's personally what I think. Now, when we go in to paint the car, you saw it was black. I just recently painted this, but right now I'm digging this gray color. I don't know why. It looks like a nice factory looking gray, like almost like a racing gray. And see, that's the black that I had on it during the video with those cream colored rims. So you're gonna see something interesting here. The little trick with the rims. See, you can do them black, or you can do them like white coming up. Oh, that white looks good. I was really considering it. But check out this little trick. Go into the special colors and go down. Well, you can use carbon, but go down to the wood grain. Oh, that's my little trick right there. Those aluminum brushed, those are sick looking rim colors on any car you use. It's a nice little trick. But right here, the wood lights, it doesn't even almost look like wood. You have to look really hard for it to tell, but the color is just magnificent. It's something really unique. I would definitely recommend it for sure. Yeah, and that's my paint. Don't you like that? I just put that in, my own little custom license plate. But yeah, what I did on the front up here is, look at that. I put in little rivets, you know, made it look like it had a wide body, and then I put a little bit towards the bottom down there. I put a little bit of shading, and then I put the little German flags on the front, you know, gotta keep it German proud. But pretty much that's the paint, and right now I'll go out and I'll show you. If y'all want to stop watching here, this is the rest of the build, but I'll just go show you out. I'll drift a little bit, and I'll show you about the gears, you know, where you should be at, and all that. But right now, this is probably my favorite car to drift in Forza Horizon 2, as much as I hate to say it isn't a Japanese car, it's German. But if you're going to build a car, this is definitely a good consistent build. It's gonna be quick for sure. It's gonna pull angle, and it is definitely something good looking. Like, it's a really good looking car. So I mean, you're not gonna look like that idiot out there on the track with the beat up car or something. It's gonna be unique. But yeah, I mean, there's not much in this game you can really drift, so we're really limited to what we have. But I mean, the engine sound is just should win your heart over anyways. It's just an amazing engine. But yeah, you're gonna want to mainly stay in third gear. It's really where this car's sweet spot is. You can kick it up into fourth, but third, especially with my gearing, is just amazing. Like, the engine sounds amazing, the torque is amazing, it's quick, it's all you ever need. You can kick it up into fourth, and I do in some situations, and I like to kick it down into second, especially down at this regular Castelletto section, which I'm showing you now. But yeah, it's just a good overall build. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Stick around, we'll be doing more of these builds. I'll be showing you some drift sections that me and my friends do. But yeah, if you like it, just, hey, stick around. Who knows, you may end up drifting with us if you want. Just send me a message on Xbox Live, Genesis Space FL. And that should do it, guys. Thanks.